Hey, what's going on? My name is Bobby Terry, real estate agent, full of information. Making this video today to share some information, rent versus buy. We're gonna share that. Share the highlights. My wife, she wrote, her name Felicia Terry, with Villa Home, great real estate agent. She wrote article today about rent versus buy. How to decide what's best for you. I mean, I figured it was hot, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a video of it. And, you know, I just go through, you know, I'll read it to you. You know, I ain't that way, but then you can go through it too, because I'm gonna put a spin on a lot of stuff, because that's, you know, it's just me. But she put on there, while, you know, the best time to buy a home is different for everyone, which is true. Which is true. You know, you might, you know, right now, today is election day. You know, I hope you went out to vote. Rock the vote, of course. But it could be, you know, you don't know what effect that's gonna have on your job from the political changes, legislature changes and everything like that, that, you know, might have an effect on the industry you're in. That might have an effect on you. But, you know, but she wrote this for, I hope that, you know, one of the points that she put in this fits your situation. You know, let me move this over so just in case if I got a question. Okay, no questions yet. Okay, so she said rent will continue to increase, which it will. When you got a lease, especially if you're a landlord and you talking about getting in real estate, you already know that rent increases 3% annually, you know, on your lease, you know, so that's just a negative compound, you know, especially if you want to be an investor. That's a negative compound that, you know, you got to pay more and you gaining no equity position on it. And I think that was you know, like a home run point right there. You know, I'm going to read the other ones, but that right there is just bottom line. Like, you know, if you're renting, I understand that, you know, that home inspection at the end of the year, and they come in, you know, to see, yeah, you ain't, you know, put no damage to it, and they continue your lease. But there's no appreciation on that. You know, you've been paying into it, you ain't gained no equity. So that's what she means by that, you know. And again, click the link in the description to read the article, because I'm just breaking it down just to make a video to bring attention to these very valuable points that she shared. So number 2, it was freedom to customize, you know. That's a big deal, you know, and that's like you're saying, you're walking in the house, be like, I don't want this one, you know, I don't want that, it don't got this, it don't got that. But when it's yours, you can do to it what you want to do to it. So that's a big difference. So that's, again, another point that she was trying to prove in her article on LinkedIn, rent versus buy. So you really want to read this stuff. I mean, it's good stuff. And then she got some fact checks on there. She got the median rent, you know, where she got from the U.S. Census Bureau. I mean, this stuff broke down to whereas, like, hey, you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. It's facts and you know, what she wrote on LinkedIn. And now, privacy. You know, you can put up your privacy fence, you know, or the invisible fence for your dog. You know, you might have a dog just, hey, I don't even want to put the fence up, but I want him to stop at a point, but you got them rights to that. You don't want to build up and do that for somebody else's house that you don't own. I mean, that don't make no sense to do. You need to spend the same dollar to get the property that you got more control of to do that with. And again, that's again rent versus buy. You know, because you're making a decision. We shuffle usually school years trying to get our kids in the right district to go to school, want to, but you know, own it. And then you got flexibility for relocation, and that's what I was just saying right there about schools. You know, if you want to live in, you know, a certain district for your child to go to a certain school, then again, that's a difference in rent versus buy inventory. So you got to think about that. Like, this was for rent, but this was for sale. But we them type of real estate agents that we think everything for sale. We do that for our clients on a regular basis. That's what we do. So let me go to our other point. You know, again, that flexibility relocation, that's important. You want to live where you want to live. So now, building equity, I mean, like, look at the market right now. It's crazy. House stay on the market like a day, man. It's pending in 2 days. Like, that's like a 2-day minimum right now. You know, and that right there is just like, you know. And I put up a post, you know, that shared about the wealth gaps. You know, like, we flatline when we renting because it ain't no appreciation in that. But then it's a huge gap. You know, I'll put that in the link too just as well. You'll see that in the description. You can click that and then just see exactly what I'm saying on there. I'm just, you know, just sharing this stuff, like, you know, because videos catch more attention for you to see, hey, this stuff in post, you might not want to read that, but you need to check that out. And now she wrote this. I might, you know, go through this all the way through because this big deal. I know how important this is to me. Tax advantages, you know, and this, you know, like, you know, right there is like, you know, this is your financial foundation, is your tax advantages, your reason why you profit, because you might not be gaining no profit if you gotta pay taxes all that. How you making a profit if you make 100 but you owe 120 in taxes? That's a negative. That's a negative. That ain't no money. So tax advantages, when you own your home, there are additional tax advantages in your favor, you know, and you got to jump on those advantages. You can't get that as rent because you paying into the landlord's house, and he getting those repairs and those write-offs. You should want them write-offs. I've seen a couple videos too, you know, like I'm saying, you know, of owning a business in your home. I mean, that stuff real. Don't look past that. So shout out to a lot of my home business promoters out there. You guys really need to look into some of the stuff they're talking about, because you can write off certain square foot of your rent. Like, this is our office, so we measure the room out and divide it by that. I mean, tax advantages. I mean, that stuff. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video. And now we just get to the bottom line. You know, it's up to you to make your decision. If, you know, you cool, but rent versus buy is a whole different thing that you gotta decide. Like, you know, if you want all the advantages, now ain't nothing wrong with rent. Now, don't get me wrong. I done rented 1,000 times, but I done bought 1,001. I'm one up on the buy versus the sell. So just look into, you know, her, you know, what she wrote, and I'm gonna put it in the description. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm just getting started, you know. Just pay attention to the information, not how many subscribers I got yet. Because if I post this on my wife's, I mean, she all the way up, you know, because we a teamwork, make the dream work. Ain't that right, honey?
That's right.
She eats some good cereal over there. She don't want to. She don't want to be involved. But that's all right. That's all right. So now I'm done making this video. But if, you know, you want to dig deeper into rent versus buy, check into the description, which is below, and, you know, do your research and see what works for you. But like I say all the time, man, you know, just if you got questions, because this ain't no one, you know, just over the night decision, like this what you want to do tomorrow and it's all done. It don't work like that. It's a process, and we work with you through that process. Selling, buying, even renting. Like, sometimes even if you gonna rent, that's cool, but rent where it's gonna benefit you. Don't just go rent because it's for rent and you ought to, you know, making out of desperation choices. So the best thing to do anytime we put up a video is just look in that description box and click those links. Absolutely subscribe, follow us, support us, of course. You know, we love that. You know, refer us. You know, we love referrals, and we love to say who sent us, and we're gonna take real good care of them. Only time we can't help you is when you don't want to help yourself, and we're gonna keep it 100 like that. And I'm gonna end it right there. Appreciate y'all attention, or, you know, the views, the support, any questions you got. There's never too many questions. So there it is. So be easy, okay?